This mini is stunned, blinded, and poisoned. I mean, it's clear and easy to read, right? Most condition rings, well, they make you choose. You can't really show more than one effect at a time. Hey there, I'm Ron from DUNGEONNOOB, and I've been testing these Wasted Wizard Games condition rings for the past few weeks, so you can determine if they're worth the purchase or not. But if you use larger minis, well, there is one problem that I'll get to in just a minute. Now, this video is not sponsored, but these rings were sent to me by the creators, Wasted Wizard Games, and I told them that I only do 100% honest reviews on this channel. So I'll tell you the good and the bad. Now, if you do decide to purchase them, they're offering 20% off. Just use DUNGEONNOOB at checkout. All right, let's get into these condition rings. Okay, so here's what you get. 120 rings with 30 different conditions. You get 4 copies of each condition. It comes in a nice storage box with foam slots to protect the condition rings. Everything's organized alphabetically out of the box, and they have felt pads that you install to protect your battle or your TV map. So let me tell you first what works and what I like. First, they stack, and by far this is their biggest selling feature. You can show multiple conditions on one mini, and the text is printed on 2 sides, so it's pretty obvious what conditions are in effect. Unlike other condition rings where, yes, you can stack them, but it's pretty useless because you can't read what the rings say. So the stacking feature is by far the coolest feature of these Wasted Wizard condition rings. So the other cool thing is that the rings fit in a 1-inch square, which is pretty standard for battle maps, and they don't spill into squares next to them. See the difference here? Now, this might not be an issue for you, but if it is, well, these things do solve that problem. Now, I don't have these, but as a bonus, Wasted Wizard Games has numbered status rings that stack with the conditions. So if you have 5 zombies, you can slip the number under the zombie, so numbers 1 through 5. Then if zombie number 2, for example, falls prone, you just stack the prone condition ring under the number 1. Now, the next benefit are those felt pads, which do protect battle maps and TV displays, but there is a huge issue with them, and I'm going to get to that in just a moment. And finally, they have 30 conditions when most I've seen on Amazon have only 24. Oh, and also, these things are solid construction. They're hard plastic. They're going to last as long as you're playing D&D. Now, before we get into what doesn't work and what I don't like, have you ever wondered what D&D class you are in real life? Well, I built a short quiz that tells you just that. It takes just a few minutes and you'll get a complete personality assessment delivered straight to your inbox. Link is down in the description. Now, let's talk about what I didn't like. Now remember, this is a 100% honest review. And I gotta tell you, those felt pads I talked about, they are a pain to install. I did 4 of them and got frustrated and gave up. I hated doing it. Now on Amazon, some buyers said it took an hour to install just half of them. Though some people did find it meditative, I didn't. But are the felt pads needed? A few people on Amazon said they weren't. The rings are smooth on the bottom, so I'm guessing they won't scratch any surface, but that's totally up to you. So the next downside is the size. Remember I talked about larger minis? Well, here's the problem. These things fit great in a 1-inch square, but that smaller size means if you're using larger minis, it can be tough to find a spot to loop them on. And of course, you can't obviously stack them unless it's on top of the creature's head or something. Standard rings are bigger, so they're easier to slip on and off and find weird things to hang them on. Okay, so now should you choose these Wasted Wizard rings or just the standard ones you see on Amazon? Well, when you think about it, it really depends on what you need. If you like larger rings so you can loop around larger minis easily, and you don't feel like installing the felt pads, well, then the standard sets work just great. But I'll admit, I think the benefits outweigh the downsides. They have 30 conditions instead of 24. They stack, which is amazing, and you can see the condition on the side. They fit perfectly inside a 1-inch map square, and they're super sturdy and durable. And if that's the case, then if you like those features, then I would say these things are a great buy. If you decide that you want these, and these are the ones for you, they're $34.99 at wastedwizardgames.com, but if you use promo code DUNGEONNOOB at checkout, you get 20% off. All right, that's it for these condition rings, and if you found this review helpful, please like and share with a friend, and hit subscribe for more D&D product reviews.